Hello my dear friends, welcome to Belgrade. After a couple of days, here we are on the ride again. Currently in Knjeginje Zorke street, the ex-street of Ivana Milutinovića, and in front of us is the boulevard of King Alexander, Boulevard Kralja Aleksandra. And more specifically, we are in the zone of the technical faculties of the University of Belgrade. Here in front of us, the Faculty of Electronical Engineering and Architecture, and to the left is the University Library. Here is also a famous club, KST, Klub Studenata Tehnike. This is the students club. It was very famous during the 90s, probably even before, but in the 90s when I started studying, this was the meeting place for one of the typical meeting places for students, especially the New Year's maskenballs were so popular that it was, really, a good opportunity to hang around, etc. We are now going to direction Dorčol. Probably will pass next to the Hotel Metropole Palace. Relatively, I would say a spectacular hotel that was relatively old, but it was completely refurbished some 10 years ago by the Greeks, and now it looks like this. Okay, we are not going to see one part of it, just this casino part, Mozart Casino, and going down to Tashmaidanski Park, the small park. But we'll be also taking a look at the large park. And here now we are approaching just a few meters down this road is also the entrance to the Faculty of Technology and Metallurgy. But we'll be going to the left, so left from us is the Tashmaidan small park, and across the street we'll be also seeing the Tashmaidan, big park. The street of Ilija Garashanin. This is the Tashmaidan Sports Center, the building on the left, and the open part of the Tashmaidan Sports Center will be also visible just when we cross the street. It's also on the left after this building. One lesson from history on today's date in 1321. It was the date of when one of our kings died. It was Stefan Milutin Nemanjić. He was quite successful as a ruler. He extended the territory of the Serbian kingdom. His ruling was from 1282 to 1321. And he also built a couple of famous churches and monasteries. One of them is the Gračanica at Kosovo and Metohija. And now approaching one of the oldest gymnasiums in Serbia. Well, yeah, the Realka X. So the park was left from us. Gračanica, there is also a copy of that, and now back to the church that was built by Stefan Milutin Nemanjić. But let me also tell something about the Palilulska Piazza. This is the newly reconstructed green market. I mean, completely reconstructed. It did not look at all anything similar to this. Now, okay, it looks nice. Now it's only the question of whether this huge investment was really necessary or not. Oh, this is now only for buses. I didn't know. Now we'll be entering Svetogorska Street. And the building, the tall building that we see in front is the Politika building. The bus will have to... Okay, now we managed to maneuver. Here also one of the buildings of Komercijalna Bank. If I remember correctly, this was also the location of one of the first private banks in Serbia, the so-called Prva Preduzetnička banka, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but that was back in the 90s. Yeah, now back to the Gračanica. There is a copy of the original Gračanica church that is originally, I mean, in Kosovo. There is one almost identical copy in the city of Trebinje in Herzegovina. This is practically the part of the Republic of Srpska, and I visited it two years ago. See whether it's clever to go here to the left. Yeah, I believe so, or maybe not. And now I mean, the point where we turned is the building of Radio Belgrade. And now driving Cetinska Street. Here on the right, at the end of this part of the street, was the famous Orao, especially this window here. Let me see if it's still Orao, or they changed the name. Yeah, it is still Orao, but I'm not sure no, I don't think it is working. And in front of us, Cetinska Street, is the famous Bohemic, practically part of the Bohemic quarter. Just parallel to this street is the more famous Skadarska Street. And now we are in the street of the ex-street of 29th of November, which used to be the day of the Republic of ex-Yugoslavia, but now it's called Despota Stefana, Boulevard of Despota Stefana. And some 200 meters in front of us there will be a botanical garden Jevremovac. And this massive building to the right of us is the building of the city urban planning. Don't really know what is the exact name, but the point is that the urban planning civil servants are sitting in that street. And now we are passing next to Jevremovac Botanical Garden, which was redecorated, renovated completely thanks to the CSR activities of the Eurobank Serbia. And we'll soon be turning right into the Cvićeva Street. Okay, that much for now. Talk to you soon again. Bye bye.